MajorSlackVideos.
Boy, yeah, the name is Slack. Thanks for coming back. Let's walk through some more Resident Evil 2. And this is my Claire B run, part 2 of my Claire B run. We're going for an S rank. That means you have to complete the run in under 3 hours. And they're going to go for all weapons, all upgrades, and they're going to include all cutscenes. And they're going to respect the flow of the game and only use passwords once we encounter them. Explain all that in part 1. Now we're going for the STAR's office. I've set everything up nicely so that when we make the run with the Tyrant chasing after us, he's going to spawn right after we go in the STAR's office and exit. I set everything up nicely so that we make the run with the Tyrant on our tail. We're not going to have to encounter anything on the way. That's what I did a lot in part 1. Let's just set this up nicely. Okay, so here we are in the STAR's office. Loot everything that you can take on board. And we're going to go for the SMG because we now have the USB dongle key. Just examine the STAR's badge, which you got earlier, but watch part 1, you'll see how you got that. Insert the USB dongle key into the computer, and this will give us access to the armory. And instead of the Magnum, Claire gets the SMG. In my humble opinion, the very best weapon in her arsenal. Extremely useful. Some may disagree, but yeah, I think it's the best. And in here in the little office is the 9-volt battery, which you can combine with the electronic part to make the detonator. So now we can blow the wall on the 3rd floor and in the west storage room, I think it's called, to get access to the Maiden statue. At this point, as soon as you go out of the STAR's office, the Tyrant's going to spawn. Now, you know what, I made some acid rounds. Acid rounds are the only thing that will temporarily stun the Tyrant. Just enough to get by him. It's not like a flash grenade, but it will stun him just enough to run by him. And down here to this lounge, this locked lounge door, I want to unlock this so that we have easy access later on. Once again, acid round stuns him just enough to run by. By the way, gunpowder recipes are much different for Claire. Any white gunpowder plus any other gunpowder will make acid rounds. Mix it with large, you get 5 to 6. Mix it with a small, and you get 2 acid rounds. Mix 2 whites, and you get a batch of SMG bullets. And mix any other gunpowder, you get regular handgun bullets, which you can put in the SLS. So now we're making a run for the 3rd floor and the what I call the detonator room. And this is, see, it's a nice clean run. Nothing's in the way, so everything I did in part 1 sets it up nicely for a nice clean run. All we have to do is set the bomb, below the wall, and get the Maiden Medallion. One thing you want to do is run out into the library, spin around, and go back in. This will prevent the bookcase from knocking over when the bomb blows. Otherwise, you're stuck having to right the bookcase back up again. And we got the code for the Maiden Medallion earlier on. Watch part 1. There we go, got the Maiden Medallion. And let's make a run back to the library. And we also have the code for the lion statue. We got that from the film in part 1. So we can go grab that right now. I believe this is Crown Altar Bird. I call that an altar and bird. There we go. So with the lion medallions, that's it. We have all the medallions. We can open up the secret room. Check this out. I tried to hit Marvin with a flame round. You see how large the reticule is for the grenade launcher? It's like this big giant circle that clearly indicates that the accuracy on it is crap for now. We're gonna get a part later on that's gonna make the accuracy on it a lot better. So yeah, when you miss with the grenade launcher, you really miss. So be advised that I'd only use the grenade launcher at close range. That was a kind of an experiment. I was curious. I was just curious to see if I could hit Marvin at that range. And we got the secret room open, and that's it. Loot this place. Get some very important flame rounds. Here that was just Mr. Fumblefingers. That wasn't me, like, you know, in a panic of indecision. It's just Mr. Fumblefingers. Okay, so everything goes in that you see me dumping in here. Keep the flame rounds on board. Keep the stars badge on board. Or rather, right now it's a USB dongle key, but you're going to transform it back into the stars badge. Yeah, so as far as gunpowder, depending on your preferences, whether you think the grenade launchers and acid rounds is a better weapon or the SMG is a better weapon, that's going to decide your white gunpowder strategy. For me, I put as many as I can into SMG rounds, and then I only save just enough white gunpowder to make just enough acid rounds to complete the game. And you'll see how many. It's mostly I just love a ton of SMG. It's you can't get enough of it. Can't get enough of it. Okay, so now the G1 boss fight. We got everything we need. We're gonna apply what I'm gonna call the kitchen sink strategy. This is the fastest I've ever taken down the G1 boss without using the I wouldn't say a glitch, but like, you know, the 120 FPS knife glitch, where the knife does a ton more damage if you're running the game at 120 FPS. I don't use that. Okay, so here we go. Transform the USB dongle key back into the stars badge, and at the bottom here, this case, put the stars badge in here, and you get an important upgrade for the SMG, which will dampen the recoil a lot. So now it's a really formidable weapon.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, G1 boss fight. Kitchen sink strategy. Flame round, grenade, unload the quick draw, and then unload the SMG. Run around, grab another grenade, rinse and repeat, and he's down in 45 seconds flat. Fastest time I've ever taken on the G1 boss. And now we meet Sherry.
Hey. It's okay. I won't hurt you, I promise. Do you need help? Here, you can take my hand.
You need help.
I'm sorry, I can't understand you.
You need help.
Why?
He's right behind you.
What? Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me.
Okay, here we go. Flame rounds, grenade, unload the quick draw, and then unload the SMG. Run for the other room, or the other space, reload everything. Grab the grenade here. Come back here. Grenade. Quick draw. Unload the SMG. Reload the SMG. And he's dead. That's it, that's all. Kitchen sink strategy. Just throw the kitchen sink at him. That's one thing Claire can do. That's one thing that she can do with her weapons. I do the same thing with the G stage 3 boss later on. You'll see it. It's insane. You can totally pwn him.
Hey, little girl. It's safe now. It's over.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I promise. Everything's fine. I just need you to lower that ladder for me.
Will you help me find my mom?
Your mom is down here?
I think so. I hope so.
Yeah. Of course. I'll help you.
Alright, let's loot the place. Be advised that the G... That's another thing. In the second run, you actually have to face 2 more final boss monsters than you do in the first runs. That's another thing that makes Player B's run more difficult. Although Leon faces the same thing in his second run, but yeah. 2 extra bosses. In the G stage 4 boss, it's a lot easier if you have a ton of grenades. So you might want to eliminate the grenades from this kitchen sink strategy, but you know, I can manage them no problem anyways. But the thing that he's really vulnerable to is grenades. So if you have a stack of 6 grenades when you're facing the G stage 4 boss, you pretty much got to
This
hate.
way!
But don't worry about it, because like I said, I got a great strategy to take him down anyways with 4 grenades.
It won't move. You got it!
So, what's your mom like?
She works at Umbrella. She's making an important medicine.
Umbrella? That big pharmaceutical company?
My mom's always at work. I don't get to see her much.
Well, hopefully you'll get to see her again soon. So, where's your dad?
He,
Sorry about that. Gotta take care of business here.
worked with my mom, but he's gone.
Wow. Both of my parents are gone.
Okay, important hip pouch
me and my
upgrade
brother.
here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And this room is clear.
Don't be. It means we've got something in common, and that's a good thing, right? Here. Come on.
Over there! It's closed.
Damn it. We need a key card. Hold on. Here, come help. And you're sure this is the way?
This is how my mom took me last time.
Sherry? I've been looking everywhere for you, Sherry. Brave little girl to leave your house in the middle of this mess. On the ground, hands behind your head.
You can't be serious.
On the ground, now. Sherry, tie your hands.
Why are you doing this?
Shut up. Tie her. Okay then. You tie her up now, or she dies.
What's this all about?
Child endangerment, for starters. Sherry, come here.
What are you gonna do to her?
None of your fucking business.
If you hurt her, I swear to God, my brother is stars and I...
Sherry, get over here. What's your name? What's your fucking name?
Claire!
Sherry, you come with me now, or say goodbye to Claire.
Okay, I'll go. You better be taking me to my mom.
Absolutely.
Don't listen to him, he's full of shit.
Stop hurting her, please!
Don't tell me how to do my job.
Stop! Let me go! Let me go!
Obviously, nobody taught you manners. We'll fix that. Oh, yes, we will.
Let me go! Let me go!
I'll get you, you fucker! Stay safe, Sherry.
I swear, Claire is such a badass. I totally enjoy playing as Claire. She's a total badass. Okay.
Asshole gets what's coming to him.
Sorry, I stepped on her dialogue here. Yeah, okay, so priority number 1, we have to get the parking lot keycard. So we've got to start working the parking lot. This contains the key to get an upgrade from the trunk of a car. Make sure you grab this yellow box here. And occasionally I do this, even if it's an S rank run. I find it's better to have an organized inventory. Go all the way into the firing range. Make sure you get these flame rounds here. You want to do this first, because later on all those zombies are going to be activated. Okay, now we're going to make a run for the diamond key. In this room, the kennel, which is right to Claire's left there, is 2 liquors. Once again, it's the same routine. Walk carefully, walk silently. And you get by them no problem. Alright, straight into the morgue. The diamond key is in this... I don't know what you call these things. Right here. So you see, do that. That guy's gonna come alive. And same with this guy over here. Once again, I have no problems with using flame rounds on zombies. I love the fact that they can instantly kill them. Grab a flash grenade here. In the second container here, there's a red herb, if I recall correctly. And finally, the diamond key. This will allow us back into the police station through the chief's office. Okay, so back through the kennel. That's all we want. That's all we're gonna get. Check this out. It's right by that guy. It can be done. Works every time. I didn't just get lucky there. Do exactly what I did. Strap on a pair and just go for it. It works every time. Don't worry about it. Another liquor here. Watch out for this guy. He always bobs down, eh? And then, like, he could accidentally bump heads with him, and then boom, he's activated. So when you come up against him, pause a bit, let him bob down, and then go past him. And here's the car that you can use the key on. Just examine the key when you're near the car. It opens the trunk. and that'll give you the JMB handgun. Pretty good handgun with a built-in laser sight, and we already have the extended capacity upgrade that we got from
Must be where that guy
the
came
rookie's
from.
desk back in the West office, I believe. So yeah, you can fully equip this right away, and it uses crafted ammo. Check that key, we don't need it anymore, and use the diamond key, which we just got. It allows us into the elevator control room, which will now allow us to use the elevator and go up to the chief's office. In here is a very important upgrade for the grenade launcher. Like I said, it will improve the accuracy a lot. Okay, elevator up. Green herb here, and I'm full. And here's the chief's office. Do a save here, and let's get organized. Take out at least one acid round. Swap it out for the so that now that your grenade launcher is launching acid rounds. This is very important for a liquor that we're going to be facing later on. And into this room here, this is where we're eventually going to get the first of all the heart key, which is behind this picture frame here. And second of all, the parking lot key card is in. You can see right there. I stopped there. Right there is hanging on the coat rack there, and we have to collect 2 power panel parts to open that door. It's an electronically locked door, so that is our objective right now. Priority number 1 right now: get the 2 power panel parts. So I'm gonna go back here and dump in the flash rounds, or the flame rounds rather, and the gunpowder. Keep the wooden boards on board. Use the heart key to open this up. Acid rounds will instantly stun lickers. Here we can go either upstairs or downstairs. Downstairs is optional, upstairs is essential. Downstairs we're just going for I forget what it is, but you want to board up these windows right here. Oh yeah, we're going for the one of the whatchamacallit, the portable safes. Grab some white gunpowder there, which can open up lockers in the safety deposit room, but that's optional. This is entirely optional. Use the heart key here, grab some bullets here, cross the other way, we get the portable safe. Now as soon as you come back, a licker's gonna bust through. Blast them with the acid round, turn around, jump over into the other room, grab that stuff, jump back over. I hear Mr. Fumblefingers read that first. Jump back over and run out. The acid round will stun that licker long enough that you can do all that and clear these 2 rooms in a flash like that. So there's no need to do anything else. You don't need to actually kill the licker. Just stun it with the acid round and do exactly what I did, and you should have plenty of time to do all that. Now let's just make a beedive back to the chief's office and dump off some unnecessary stuff to clear some room in our inventory. All that stuff there, don't need the grenade launcher anymore for now. Out comes the combat knife. Actually, I take out 3 combat knives. What did I take out? 2 combat knives, sorry. Yeah, that's very important. And make sure you equip the weakest one. Forget about those boards. Grab the flash grenade. That may not be necessary either, but you know, grab it anyways. In here, there's 2 zombies that are can really give you a hard time. You want them both dead too. So go down to this end here. You got like a long range to be able to take this guy down. Go for the knees right away. Go past, once he's dropped, go past him. And then assassinate him. Make sure these guys are both dead. Because later on we're going to be rushing through this room in a panic with the Tyrant on our ass. And you don't want these guys hanging you up. So take the time to kill them both. And like I said, the best way is to get like a long range on these guys. Grab some flame rounds there. So just keep going around the perimeter until you spot them. Now we got a long range on them. Go for the knee. Actually go for just above the knee. I find that's the best way to drop them. Just above the knee. You have the best chance of crippling them like that. Then run past them. This is what I want to do with the other one, but yeah, the guy chased me away. And then just unload your quick draw on his back, and that's a guaranteed kill. Grab the large gear here, don't forget that. We already got the flame rounds. Mr. Raccoon in here. So make sure you use the heart key here. And one of the power panel parts, very important, in this box right here. Examine it. Open her up. And we get ourselves a power panel part. Very important, that's essential. And there's a Mr. Raccoon up there. That's Mr. Raccoon number 13, I believe. Grab that combat knife, that's very important. So now we have 3 combat knives on board. Okay, coming up next is one of the coolest things I've ever done in this game. This is a strategy that has a pretty good chance of success. What we want to do is turn the valve so that that water will put out the helicopter fire. Down here are 2 zombies. The valve is straight ahead behind that big like thing there. Go right down here, get behind this guy, and start knifing at his knees. Don't worry about him if he grabs you. Just stab him. And typically what happens is she pushes him back, bumps him into the other guy. And here I managed to drop both zombies with 1 clip of the quick draw. This is the coolest thing I've ever done. But yeah, there's a high chance of success that if you do it exactly like that, when Claire stabs him with the knife, she'll push him back and push him back right into the other zombies approaching right at that moment. So yeah, you block them both up and then just lay into them. You got a beautiful defilade on them. Lay in with a quick draw. You may not get both, but you got them nicely lined up. And like I said, yeah, it's one of the coolest things I've ever done in this game. Drop 2 zombies with 1 clip of a quick draw. Okay, so we got this valve working now. Turn it up. Douses the helicopter fire, and now we can get back into the police station. At this point, though, the Tyrant will spawn again. So make sure you got a flash grenade on board. We picked up one on the way. Get over here. Do exactly what I do now. Don't throw it yet. He drops his arms, then as soon as he advances, then throw it. Otherwise, it may malfunction. Also, just because you throw a flash grenade doesn't mean you're immune. I'd say 1 out of every 3 times, the Tyrant will swing wildly, even while he's stunned, and he'll hit you and do a lot of damage. It's a real piss off, but yeah, he can do that. And here I didn't make sure that she was stunned. So yeah, I got paid for that. Yeah, the Tyrant can actually hit you even if he's stunned by a flash grenade. He often swings wildly as you're running by him and he'll clip you one. Fortunately, when he does that, it won't be enough to knock you down, but it will be enough to put you in caution. So yeah, be careful of that. Okay, back through the west office. And as soon as we come out into that area between the west office and the safety deposit room, there's 2 liquors there, so be careful. Stop, walk carefully. And we can go back into, I forget the name of this room, we were here earlier. And we can now open up the back room with the hard key. And we can dump the hard key because it's no longer required. In here we can get the library crank, what I call the library crank. Make sure that you go for the grenade here first. Absolutely essential. Then go to the photocopy machine and get the gunpowder. If you don't do like that, you're going to get screwed by the Tyrant. And then just wait for the Tyrant to commit to one side and you go out the other side. Out here, turn to the right. Once you get to the hallway again, once again, walk carefully because there's 2 liquors there. This is the part that turns into a total fustercluck. Total fustercluck if you leave those 2 other zombies alive. that I killed earlier with the flame rounds right after I got the grenade launcher. Yeah, so make sure you, like I said in part 1, you kill those 2 guys, because it could be a total fustercluck where you've got 2 zombies, 2 lickers, and a tyrant all in the same room. And if that happens, you're screwed. You're totally dead. There's no way out of it. You're so dead. And that is it for this run. I want to thank you all very much for watching. I will see you tomorrow for part 3. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page, and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1. That's all. That's all it takes. Alright? Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.